Hello, Aidan here from the Two Daxons PubShed. Short video showing you how to use the PubShed POS system. It's a browser-based system that's accessible on all devices, laptops, tablets, mobile phones, access to the browser by going to app.pubshedpos.co.uk. If you are accessing this on an Apple device, such as a Mac, an iPad, or an iPhone, we do recommend to download the Chrome browser app, as you will get a better experience while using. Once you've logged in, you'll be presented with the front screen, as I have on screen here. You have at the top of a number of tabs: draught, bottle and cans, special spirits, soft drinks and snacks. These are where you can create products and buttons, so you can track your consumption or your sales of products from within your PubShed. You also have a barcode field, so if you have recorded barcodes against products, you can type that in or scan it in and automatically load it up onto a screen. And a keypad. So if you're using it on touchscreen devices, you can then be able to enter numbers within the barcode field. To get started with PubShed POS, you'll want to go into the configuration menu and then into breweries. This is where you can create your product breweries for when you then create your products. The reason we create breweries and products is not only it aids with stock control, it can also provide you with your beer and product consumption within your PubShed or home bar. So to start off, we can start by creating a brewery simply by typing in the brewery name and then clicking the Create Brewery button. Once we have created our brewery, we can then move on to creating our products. Our products can be anything from your beers, alcohol, ingredients, snacks, tap, draft, anything you kind of serve and have available in your PubShed or home bar. On the products configuration page, you can see your existing products at the top in a table. And to enter any of those products, you can simply click on any of the labels and it'll bring you into the product details screen. To create a new product, you simply select your brewery that you previously created on your breweries page. You can enter in the product name, the variant, if it's on draft, it could be pint, half pint, is it a can, bottle, the style of drink. Our styles match those as of Untapped. So if you're not sure, you can search for the beer on Untapped and enter it in. The alcohol beverage volume, if you know that. The active shows the green button on the front page to allow you to select that. That is optional. And the category of drink. So this is bottle and cans. Is the product stock controlled? Do we know the barcode? And the current quantity we have in stock. And if we have an expiry date, we can pop in an expiry date of the product as we're creating it. Then we can click Create Product. Once you've created the product, it'll then take us to the products page. And you'll see there are some additional fields that we didn't see on the original page when we're creating it, such as the volume. So this could be the size of the can, so 330 milliliters, for example. Do we want to show it on the front page? Do we want to hide it from the guest menu, which we will demonstrate shortly? And on the stock, do we want to always have a minimum quantity of that stock? That's very useful for your favorite beers that you always want to have in, or your ingredients if you're making cocktails, for example. So in this example, I want a minimum of 4 cans in stock at any one time. Also within this page, if you have any additional expiry dates, you can enter these into these 4 fields. You don't need to complete them all. if you don't have 4 expiry dates. Once you've entered an expiry date and you save the record, these fields will remain blank. Their purpose is just to capture the expiry date, and you'll be able to view your expiry dates on the expiry date report. So we'll now go and update this product. So if we go back to the home page and we click on bottles and cans, we'll now see that we have the vocation to Contropic as we tick the active checkbox. Once you've created your products and breweries, you might just want to go through and verify your settings page. So you can enter in your PubShed or home bar name, which can be used across the system. You can check to enable or disable the POS touch keypads for touch-enabled devices. You can change what happens when a stock controlled product reaches 0. So the default configuration is when a stock controlled product reaches 0, the active check will be removed, so it doesn't display on that front page of the PubShed POS application, because you have nothing to sell or consume. You also have the option to enable a menu. This will allow your visitors to be able to see what stock, beers, drinks that you currently have available for them to choose from. You can also generate a QR code, which you can then copy and place, onto a sign or a poster that people can scan with their mobile phone, actually on their mobile devices without need to log in. And you also have an option down here to add all products to your front screen that has a positive stock quantity. This is useful after completing a stock check to make sure you've easily got a list of everything that you have available for people to consume. That ties up the configuration part of PubShed POS. So moving on to sort of selling, stock control. So as we said before, if somebody has consumed a can of To Contropic or yourself from your bar, you can simply go and click the button here, and it comes up with today's date and time and your quantity. If you're selling more than one, you can type in 2, or you can use the keypad if it's a touchscreen device, and then click save. If the product record is not fully complete, such as you are missing size, volume, barcode, ABV, product name, you'll get a little yellow message box asking if you would like to add any additional information. This is in preparation for a future feature where you'll be able to pre-populate your products from a barcode based on information entered by other PubShed owners. As you can also now see, the product sale has been recorded. If we go into that product record for the To Contropic, we can now see our stock quantity is 2. We have subtracted the 2 that we sold that was 4, and we now have 2 left. Moving on to stock control, we can click stock control from the left-hand bar. We can see all our products in their categories along draft, bottles, cans, specials, spirits, soft drinks, and snacks. You will also see on stock control an additional tab called ingredients. This is useful for anything you may have that you're serving from a bottle. So it could be whiskey, could be Coke, lemonade, grenadine, limes, oranges, lemons, anything that you might use sort of within spirits or cocktails. If we go to bottles and cans, we can see here we have the 3 products in our system: Tiny Rebel, Little Peachy, Beavertown Neck Oil, and a Vocation To Contropic. These blank text boxes would contain the barcode. So if they are blank, you can enter the barcode as you go through the stock check, and then the final box tells you your current quantity. So it's saying here I have 4 Little Peaches, 1 Neck Oil, and 2 To Contropics. If I've actually got 3, I can just go through and change this and update the selected records. Again, if I'm going out and buying more of a certain product, such as neck oil, I've gone and bought a case of 4 cans. I can then just go and increase this to 5 and click Update Selected Records. You can do the same within the product menu by going into Products, finding the product, and just updating the stock quantity. But under the Stock Control tab, this is very quick and easy. If you just go through all your products, update the quantities at once, and then click in Update Selected Records. If you do have a barcode recorded, you can type, got a barcode reader, you can scan the barcode in, that will then open up the product record. That is the crux of completing a stock control check within your PubShed or home bar. Then the final option to demonstrate to you today is the reports function. So within reports, we have a number of reports available to us. We'll go from bottom up, we have sales. This is a report that lists you every product that you have sold or consumed in your PubShed or home bar with the date, time, brewery name, product, and quantity. If you've made a mistake and oversold or pressed the button too many times, you can click the red remove button to remove the sale from the system. Do be aware that by doing this, it won't restore any product quantities. You'll still need to go and manually update those, and it will change your statistics. Basically, deleting the row of 2 Tucontropics will take the 2 Tucontropics out from your beer statistics. The next report is a restock or a shopping list. So for any products that are stock controlled, where your current quantity is below your minimum quantity, it will provide that in a list for you. You can use the various buttons at the top to print that list if you would like a printed copy. You can also generate as a PDF, an Excel file to download, or a CSV file to download and open up in your spreadsheet software. The expiry dates report shows you all the expiry dates for your products as entered onto the system. This isn't an accurate check, so it won't tell you how many items of a product will have a certain expiry date. It just records all the expiry dates that you enter on the system. A regular task occurs every hour in the background. So if you have a 0 quantity of any product, then it will clear the stock expiry date row from your expiry date report. So hopefully you will only see an accurate expiry date, so you know what you need to drink first. Then we have the current stock list. The current stock list simply shows you all your products with a positive stock quantity and the ABV percentage value. Again, you can export and print these as you wish. And then finally, beer stats. The beer stats report is generated based on your sales and your consumption throughout a date period. The report will default to the current month that you are in. You're able to change this by either typing in a new date or using the calendar option and selecting an alternative date, and then clicking Run Report. This will show you a number of tabs. It will show you your top 5 beers based on the quantity of sales or consumption that have occurred. The top 5 breweries based on the consumption or the sales of beers that you've recorded in the system. All your products by name that you consumed in the date period. The products by style. Any new beers that you have tried in the date period. So this report will compare all sales within the system to give you a list of beers that you've not tried before that are new. So the first time you use the system, potentially the system will show you that everything that you're drinking is a new beer or a new drink, because you wouldn't have recorded that before. And new beer styles. So similar to the products by style, but any new beer styles that you have consumed this month. Then finally, you do have My Account. This is where you can change your name, your contact details, and your password.